If you guys want to win my insane Colorado ZR2, check it out in the description, because right now, for a limited time, it's a dual giveaway. So buying an entry to win my Colorado ZR2 also gets you entered to win this sick GT500. Good luck. Folks, there's two things we take very seriously here at RF Racing. One, entertaining about 11 of you every month with our videos. And two, safety.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, something is on fire.
Oh, wow. Oh my God. Oh, how did you get in here? Oh my God, there's a squirrel in my Jeep. What are you doing in here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, oh. No!
You're good. Oh my God, you got so lucky.
Radio's going too. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah! They pushed me, dude. Come on. Give me a push, buddy. Come on.
Yep, I would. Oh.
Woo! Oh! Yeah, safety's just too important to us, folks. Gotta take it seriously. It's no joke. I mean, come on. You want to end up like that guy? Oh, that's weird.
Now, who in the class wants to answer who we use for our safety concerns? You? Yes, very good. Eufy. Huh? You know what Eufy also happens to be? The sponsor of this video. I always say that a dash camera is like one of the most important upgrades you can do to a vehicle, because you want to protect something that valuable. God forbid a car accident, insurance you have to deal with. But if you're going to put a dash camera on a vehicle because it's worth a lot of money, why not put something on your house? You guys know I have my home outfitted with a ton of cameras. I've worked with Eufy before just because their products are so reliable, and they asked me to showcase their new one. So the security camera floodlight hybrid that they set out is going to be replacing this like 20th century old light. Two things that are so key with Eufy is the fact that one, there's no membership fee. It's just a camera, goes straight to your phone, and it has built-in storage, so there's no membership fees or anything like that. And two, how easy it is to install. I'm not an electrician. I'm all right with tools. I can get around. And with my limited knowledge, to put this up, it was so easy. It records in 2K, so you can make out every minute detail. The ability to zoom in. It looks great in the day and at nighttime. And you don't have to worry about that quality drop at night with the built-in night vision. So video that you look at during the day looks just as good at night. You can talk and listen from anywhere. You are ugly. With the push of a button, you can also turn on the light by itself and change the light's color. So you can change it to whatever color you like. Protect yourself and your home and make it look better. Check out Eufy down in the description. I have a discount code going right now. This should be the easiest decision you have to make, because it's too important to miss out on. Eufy, make sure you check them out, and thank you to them for sponsoring this video. Folks, I don't want to keep coming at you with bad news. I really don't. It's the Silverado ZR2 is such a cool truck. It has so much potential. You can see it. It's right there. Well, that is like a beacon of light behind me. Holy smokes. The Colorado ZR2 was a huge success. The Silverado ZR2, it's difficult to get this thing over the hump, even though it's so easy. The shortlist for this truck, and all it needs to be a massive hit on YouTube and just make content out the butt. Supercharger, lift kit, bigger tires, wide body kit, wrap. That's it. The truck's on its way. It would be on articles and all sorts of other crazy stuff. That's all that truck needs, because it's right there. It already looks great. So imagine with those few key things, how good it could look and how great it would be. We got bigger tires. They don't make a lift kit for it yet. We got new wheels. We got the wide body kit, and a company reached out and said that they would hook me up with the supercharger for the truck. Oh, one thing, the reason I can't film outside next to my truck like a sensible YouTuber is because of the freaking wind. 34-mile-per-hour gusts today. I hate wind. I'd rather have sleet, rain, snow, volcanic ash, nuclear fallout. I don't care. I hate wind. That's one thing in life that like hits a nerve in my brain that makes me freaking short circuit. Cannot stand wind. That's why I gotta get a garage. That's why I need to get a garage, so that I can just like sit down in the garage if I ever have to do videos like this, where I need to explain stuff that's going on. The Silverado ZR2, what we had going on with this was the supercharger kit I've been hyping up for months now. We're putting a supercharger on this truck is
it was insane. Like, this was going to be groundbreaking for the channel. So the timeline of events that happened was a company reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey man, let's do this. Like, we have a supercharger kit for your truck. Let's make it happen. Because I have the means. It's a little bit unique in terms of, first off, I'm like one of the only YouTubers anymore who even has one of these trucks because everyone else gave up and moved on to other content. I stuck with it. It's almost been a year now, which is crazy. This truck has somehow been able to make a year's worth of content. And as far as I can see, the only thing that's going to be a big game changer with this truck is the supercharger. So this company reaching out was like a godsend. They said, hey, let's do this. They were super motivated. We had a bunch of phone calls, text conversations, getting stuff set up, trying to lock this down. At one point, this is back before Christmas, they were talking to me about how it's like, hey, let's like get this done by next week. So it was going to be before Christmas time that we were going to be able to get this truck done. So obviously everything is legit. Like, this isn't like a fake company or something like that. They're based out of Texas. They are a real company. These phone conversations that they had, they were a little weary of hooking up another YouTuber because I guess they did so in the past and it didn't work out for them. They were very worried about me like clickbaiting or tarnishing their reputation, being like, oh my god, the supercharger doesn't work, or it broke my truck, or something like that. They weren't worried necessarily about that because it's a Maggie supercharger, so they knew it was going to be a good product and everything was going to be squared away. They were worried about stuff like with this other YouTuber where they shipped them some items and the items in shipping got like, the boxes got damaged and the YouTuber felt the need to sort of trash the company over something stupid like that. So they were worried like over the little things. They weren't worried about the supercharger not working out, but they didn't want their company's reputation to be jeopardized over something as stupid as USPS or FedEx damaging a package. So it's like, hey, as long as you can promise that if there are any issues, you reach out to us first and not make a video about it, then we're good to go. Which obviously, like, I'm a small YouTuber. I'm not going to pass up a free supercharger for this truck and potentially other vehicles in the future because I want to make one like clickbaity video. So I was like, you guys have nothing to worry about. But even after me reassuring them that this wouldn't be an issue, they were still a little worried because I guess in the past this really burned them because the YouTuber they worked with was is pretty famous. So that sucks. It's sort of like a relationship where you're being punished because the person's previous boyfriend, girlfriend cheated on them. So that sucked, but we were able to smooth things over and everything was squared away and then look to the future about when we're going to set this up. So now it is January. So we're a month after first contact here trying to set this up and get a supercharger for the truck. And it became all of a sudden like very difficult to become in contact with these people, like to get in contact with the guy who I was talking to. And he's just like, man, we're so busy. I'm so sorry. Like, we have so much going on. Stuff's changing, different things like that. So I was like, hey man, no problem. Like, I get it. You guys run a business. It's no big deal. But I'm to the point now where this is so for sure a thing going to happen that I am now advertising it in my videos. I have been for months. Now I'm starting to get comments on videos like, hey man, you promised a supercharger, like, where is this thing at? And this has happened before in videos in the past, which is my mistake, where it's like, hey, I'm going to buy this vehicle. And something doesn't really work out where it's like, hey, I can't get the new Bronco because we're going to go in this direction because like a week later, the Silverado ZR2 gets announced. So that's what kind of jams me up because it makes it seem like I'm not telling the truth and I'm just doing this for views, which isn't the case. So that's why this one was very, very important, not just for the fact that I don't want to seem like I was lying about it, but also because the video potential is insane. I can race local YouTubers TRXs, local YouTubers Raptor Rs, supercharged F-150s, stock Silverado 6.2 liter engines just to see what the difference is, Corvettes, McLarens, whatever is out there, and just see how it does up against even like Hellcat motors and different stuff like that. So the potential is insane. I mean, it's awesome, and this opens up so many doors. Could have taken it to Slipstream to race around Pocono. I mean, imagine that. This truck smoking a TRX down the front straightaway at Pocono Raceway, a NASCAR track. That would have been awesome. So that's why I'm so, like, hopeful to see if this comes to fruition. But like I mentioned, the company was very sporadic with getting back to me with phone calls and text messages, and it progressively got worse and worse and worse. They wanted me to install the supercharger by myself. They would ship it out. I would install it by myself. I'm not a mechanic, but they said it was easy enough that I could have gotten it done, and I would have had to have taken my ECU, ECM, whatever the computer is on the truck, out and ship it down to them, and then they would have tuned it for me, and then I would have reinstalled it and had the supercharger. So that would have been fun on its own, me installing my own supercharger. But whenever it came down to it, I was like, you know what? This is too big of a deal. This truck's already as expensive as it is, and we've had trouble with warranties in the past. I was like, how about this? I'll drive down to your guys' shop in Texas with the truck. My dad will come along because, like, he's into vehicles, and it'd be cool just to have a co-pilot, and my dad and I could hang out in Texas for a little bit. I can't remember which city it was. They were south of Dallas or Austin, maybe. I can't remember. I could tour the facility, like your shop, film it. I could also film your mechanics professionally installing this because I know it's going to be done right. It would have been a lot easier to film. They've worked with YouTubers in the past, so they're kind of used to cameras being around. And he responded with, yeah, I like the idea. And I responded with him then, like, when can we come down? I'm free all next week. No response. I let a week go by. I was like, hey man, I'm free the next week. Like, when can we get this done? No response. And then finally I was like, hey man, like, what's up? Like, can I get an answer? And he said like, hey Ryan, your supercharger kit is almost complete. We'll let you know whenever it's done. So he knows what my name is. My name's not Ryan, so something weird is going on there. I looked up YouTube, like other Silverado ZR2 owners who might be named Ryan, or just Ryan YouTubers who are in the automotive thing, and I don't know any. So that may have just been to a customer and he mistakenly texted me instead. So unfortunately, at this point where we're at, we're almost 4 months out from the first time that they reached out, and I have not received a text message, a phone call back, anything in over a month. So I finally sent him a text. I was like, hey man, listen, like, I have to go out and at least save myself. Like, I have to at least somehow get the word out to my viewers. I'm getting more and more comments complaining about how this was a complete lie. And even if I do, this is a whole video I'm making trying to just plead my case and make excuses, I guess. But at the end of the day, no matter what I say, unless there's a supercharger on that truck, I'm gonna get all the blame, which I understand. That's my fault. I should have gone into this, I guess, with a little more tact and seen what was coming. But I don't know. This company seems so serious and then ghosted me like this. And then even after I sent that text, like, hey, I'm going to have to make a video about this, defending myself, still no response. I think what happened was they were just kind of like, you know what? This is a little too risky for us to take a risk on a YouTuber this small with this truck, and there might not be a good return on investment. I was going to pay them $2,000. Now, that's nothing whenever it comes to a supercharger. I think the total cost was like $9,000 or $8,000 or something like that. And they were going to pay the lion's share, whatever was left. Also, it costs like $1,200 to tune the ECU on these trucks, so that's crazy. On previous vehicles, I think it was like $300, but Chevy does this new stupid stuff now to lock out their vehicles. GM's a mess. I mean, that's a different story, but regardless, they just aren't getting back to me. It's been over a month. I've kind of lost hope now, and for me to come out of pocket and just do it on my own and pay for a supercharger, that is not in the cards right now. So that's why it was such a godsend to have this company reach out, sponsor the supercharger. Sort of like Mike with LMR. That's what I wanted to do with this company. I would have went my own direction with them, and it just would have been the gift that kept on giving. So that's it. No supercharger for the truck as of right now. I hope maybe after this video, they'll reach back out and be like, hey, like, sorry, man, we were busy for a month. I don't know. I don't want to burn the bridge by any means. So I would still like to get the supercharger. That would be great. But if we don't, I'm kind of excited now because that makes it very, very easy to get rid of this truck. I'm going to get rid of it. And I have a vehicle that I picked out in the meantime before the Colorado ZR2 comes out. We'll see how it goes. This is another huge risk, but we do have a truck picked out. After this video, I'm going to give it like 3 days, 4 days for them to reach out to me. If they don't, we're selling the ZR2. Just the way it is. It's going to help me a lot, free up so much more money because this truck is so expensive. Get a vehicle that's easy to maintain, badass, super sick, gonna be great to off-road, stuff like that. So that should give you a couple clues. And a lot of you were very excited about it whenever we first did a video on this truck. So leave your guesses down in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind supporting me in this hour of need, hitting the like button would be great. And then also giving me a follow on Instagram, RFRacing717. My Colorado ZR2 giveaway is going on right now. $70. It's been going great. Like, you guys have been killing it lately with the giveaway. So if you guys wouldn't mind supporting me in the best way possible, enter that giveaway. I can give you my insane Colorado ZR2. That truck is sick. And then also, if you guys are interested in Street Speed 717's giveaway going on for this Z06, here's a bunch of my merch up on the screen. You can enter and win that by buying any of these products, and that gives you a ton of entries. All right, I think that's everything. I hope you're either excited for the supercharger, if by some miracle that happens, and if not, I hope you're excited for the new truck. I'll see you guys next time.